Good morning, friends and family and pollinators. Today I came out to the raised bed garden to do some cleanup and walked away with a beautiful surprise harvest. I'm also going to dehydrate some of the peppers I picked this morning too. So I cleaned up the cucumbers that were in here and the tomatoes and got some tomatoes out of here. Cleaned up these beds. I still have more to clean, but I wanted to clean this row here from the pepper plants because I want to do some winter gardening in these raised beds here. But it turned out that I had lots of beautiful peppers in here that I harvested. So I'll give you a little peek at that. And then also in this video, just a peek at how my fall garden's doing in the back. So the last video I put up, I showed you that I harvested my onions and put the fall garden in. Well, look, the seedlings. Look how fast this came up in 1 week. The wood is to keep the critters out, but I'm actually going to put like a little, whatchamacallit, like a cold frame type thing over this because it's starting to get chilly at night now. So that'll probably be in the next video, but I just wanted to show you how fast those came up. So I have radishes, 2 rows of lettuce, 3 rows of spinach, and a middle row of turnips. And at the end, I have kohlrabi. So I'm a little excited about that. This is pretty much my first time planting these type of vegetables in the fall. I've always had the kale. So the kale always makes a comeback when the weather cools off and the bugs give them a break. So I have plenty of kale I'm going to be harvesting throughout the fall and possibly the winter too. So sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy this video. Big and beautiful, Mom. Okay, well, I wanted to pull the pepper plants out today, but they're still flowering and there's still peppers on there. It's about the 2nd week of September, so I think I'll leave them in a little bit longer. Abe Lincolns, they have some major splitting here, but it's not diseased. That's going to be good. Still. And the peppers. Green peppers, some red peppers, banana peppers, jalapenos. We have the lilac bells, which are always just pretty. And the Italian horn, which is supposed to go red, but that plant's definitely going to be pulled today. So now I'm gonna dehydrate some of these cayenne peppers, and I don't have enough to fill up the trays here, so I am also going to dry some onions. These were rinsed and dried, and I'm just going to lay them on the trays. Looks like I'll just have one tray of the cayenne peppers. This is the Presto dehydrator. It is not as good as the Excalibur dehydrators, but it's also a lot less money. So this doesn't have a temperature range on it. It's always 165, so that seems to have worked for me with everything I've dehydrated so far. So it's about 12 hours of dehydration at 165. I do have a Cosori dehydrator where you can adjust the temperature. I don't think the 165 cooks anything. You know, it's still a slow dehydration, so it works. I don't lose any flavor. And that's that. Okay, this tray is full. Now I'm going to cut up some onions. Now the onions I'm going to cut up small, and the reason I'm dehydrating onions is so I can make onion powder. So I'm going to cut them up small, but I'm going to need a mesh tray for that. And I'm also going to use onions from the garden for this dehydrating project. Now this is really going to be aromatic. Okay, that's one tray of onions. I'm going to do a second tray. And for the bell peppers, I have cut them up and put them in the freezer. 2-quart bags of those. Oops, that was loud. Okay, and this is what the dehydrated cayenne peppers look like. You can hear the pepper flakes. This is a saltwater brine that I use for my pickles, for my half sour pickles, and I just love it. It didn't need any vinegar or anything. So with the garlic and the salt water and a little bit of pickle crisp, this is delicious. So it goes in the refrigerator, and I just, you know, shake it up every day for about 10 days. But you can use it before then. It just won't have absorbed as much, but it will absorb more if you wait 10 days or longer. And this will stay in the refrigerator for about 6 months if you don't eat it before then. And thank you, friends and pollinators, for keeping me company.